Hi, welcome back to Call of Cthulhu, Edge of Darkness, Part 2. This is our ongoing Call of Cthulhu co-campaign, I think, at this point. I think we've played enough Cthulhu at this point with these characters to consider it a co-campaign with the Hunters, which will be returning probably, whenever this is over. We haven't really talked about that too much. But do welcome back. If you haven't seen the previous one, that VOD is available on the channel. I'm CT Avis. This is my channel, and these are my friends. But I am not the keeper of this chaos. That belongs to Mr. John Aiken. John.
Yeah, hi, and welcome back to Call of Cthulhu, the role-playing game. Yeah, we are continuing with the Edge of Darkness. This is part 2 of maybe 2. We'll see how far we can get today. And yeah, Chris, we can figure out how much longer we do this for, and maybe our schedule or something like that. But we'll figure that out later. And as Chris said, I am here joined by my good buddies. Let me go ahead and introduce everybody. We have at the virtual table Bob, who is playing Brick McAllister, a the Great War, World War One vet. We have Tim playing Anton Kuznetsov, the airplane mechanic, who hails from parts unknown is what I really wanted to say, but Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania.
You can tell by the Pennsylvanian Dutch accent or something. We have Chris, who is playing Sam Slade, a private investigator. We have Rick, who is playing Dr. Hampton Lockhart. I guess that's a doctor of medicine. We have Justin. Rid playing Larson Shane, our resident bootlegger and all-around miscreant. And finally, last but not least, we have Matt Trombley playing Professor Dr. Granville, a parapsychologist.
He's not a medical doctor. He's the doctor of style.
I'm wearing a professorial cardigan right now, I hope.
And briefly, if this is the first time you're joining us, the setting is 1920s, specifically 1923, I believe, since we'd had a weird time skip. And we are in Massachusetts. The players currently call home, their investigators, the player characters currently call Arkham, Massachusetts, their home. And Brick has been called to visit a relative, a Rupert Merriweather, who is on his deathbed, and revealed a secret about his past, that he was once a part of a group that dabbled in the occult and released some sort of creature that at least one of them in their group called a djinn, believing that it could provide them with some sort of benefit. Unfortunately, it did exactly the opposite. And through their research found that the creature, the thing, whatever it is, had killed at least one of the people in the group. I think 2, actually. But they also learned that through some of their investigation, they found a sarcophagus-shaped box, and in it was, as well as a journal from Rupert Merriweather, as well as a key and a deed to a house in an area nearby a town called, town whose name I just forgot. Good Lord. Ross's Corners. And they had just spent some time in the library speaking with a Professor Rice, an Egyptologist at Miskatonic University, who helped them to decipher some of the hieroglyphs that were etched into the out of the sarcophagus-shaped box. On it were some strange words that he did his best to translate, and I believe I showed the handout to everybody at the end of the last session, so that should still be available. And at this point, it is the morning of the next day.
Can I interject?
I
just want to remind my fellow investigators there's a Google Doc open with notes on it. So if you get lost, you can refer to that. I will try to add to it. You guys are welcome to add to it as well.
Excellent. And like I said, it's the morning of the next day after seeing Rupert Merriweather in the hospital, who is at death's door, and the doctors rushed everybody else out of the room, leaving the investigators to perform their investigations. Now that it's the next day, what would you like to do? I will say, investigation-wise, for possibilities of what you could or could, might not be thinking of doing, you've gone to the library. You've spoken with two professors there, including one Dr. Henry Armitage, who is the head of the library, the Orne Library at Miskatonic, and he was not able to really help with too much. You spoke with Dr. Rice, who was able to give you a translation of the sarcophagus-shaped box. You have met with Agnes Merriweather, Rupert's wife, as well as their son, Bertram, who did threaten some legal action after realizing that that the box holding all of these pieces were given to Brick instead of to him. You have Brick has made a phone call to New Orleans to a girl he knows there, and didn't really find too much more information, but found a little bit about the strange death of the sort of second to last person survivor of the group that Rupert called the Dark Brotherhood. And that's where we stand today. Now you are currently at Miskatonic University after leaving Dr. Rice's office, and you have the rubbing and inscription translation in hand.
So we know that Marion Allen died in New Orleans. That's what Brick was calling about. We know that Robert Mencken died. Wait, one of the two died. I can't remember if it was Robert Mencken or Harold Copley died during the summoning. But yeah, I guess Mencken died during the summoning, and Copley went crazy and died later that year in 1877. So then we have Crawford Harris and Cecil Jones, or Cecil, I don't know how you say it, Cecil. Harris was 1910. Jones was most recently in 1919. Do we know where they died? Would it matter to go and talk to their survivors or investigate their estates?
To discuss.
I don't know. They're dead, so we can't talk to them.
A fine point, Anton. However, they may have family who survived. They may have materials or other clues that we could examine. However, if they are not within the convenient area, I was just not pursuing that as a lead.
Okay.
Yeah. We may be on a bit of a time crunch if any of this is like real or whatever, considering.
Can I make a library check to
Yeah,
figure out? Sorry. Can I make a library check to figure out where I would be able to look somebody up? Like, would a local library have yellow pages? I don't even know when the yellow pages were created, to be honest with you.
Actually, a really good question. I think for the most part, you could probably call the switchboard. But
Yeah, and have them put us through.
Yellow Pages were created in 1886.
All right, so that's a
Damn.
possibility.
yeah,
Which is funny, they were created by Reuben Donnelly, and my mom used to work for Donnelly Directory, which is the Yellow Pages.
Um,
The Yellow Pages would be business if you're looking for a person. Be
yeah,
White
the
Pages.
white pages, right?
oh, right. Phone book. I guess I should have said generically. Well, I'm going to either ask for a library use check to check that down or an idea use to figure out if that's worth pursuing at all.
Sure. Go ahead and give me an idea check. Anybody can go ahead and give me one of those.
How do you roll
So
that?
an idea check would be a roll against your intelligence.
Ah,
And as a fun aside for anybody that hasn't used the
fail.
old White Pages, it used to tell you everything about somebody: their name, their address, their phone number, freaking everything.
Wait, favorite pie.
And John has no
yep.
clue.
And Sam feels stumped as well.
Morgan,
Morgan.
holy crap, though.
Morgan's
Morgan-
having a brainstorm according to the dice.
Hey,
Uh,
I
so
didn't
it's
and
Brick.
Rick.
Hey, Brick is thinking about it too.
well, not that's good.
I didn't say that you were. In fact, anytime I think Granville has made reference to you, it's the fact that you're large and intimidating, not that you're.
Luck.
Mm-hmm.
Lockhart
Yeah.
succeeded too.
Yeah, so the three of you that got at least a regular success or better, you each kind of feel like that may take too much time. You kind of feel the urgency of the matter with Merriweather, coughing up a gout of blood. As much as Anton tried to clean it off, I'm sure there's still some residual on his clothing.
Yuck.
Yeah. Gross.
Well, all right. What do we know about this thing, and how to fight it? What do we need? Salt.
Well, we know it was summoned by a magical spell of some sort. If we could get that spell,
Yeah.
and maybe. No?
Well, didn't he say that all that's in the house? They summoned the thing, and then they just kind of left all their stuff there, right?
Yeah, the summoning circle got broken.
Yeah, because
And
this
they were-
thing's out there in the world.
But
So
then they went
some of
back
the
to their
items-
belongings. They're still there.
Well, some of the items I remember they said they used were stuff to start a fire. Don't know if that's actually necessary, but they had one going. Some chalk, just in case there's none there. some black candles, at least 2. I suggest we get more, considering our luck. And then whatever the heck that powder was, turn the fire all green and brown and foul.
I believe the powder is going to be the most difficult of those items to have the correct formulation.
And let's hope that maybe they've got some of that left behind.
But if they, if all that is used to summon, and we use it again, will we not just summon again?
Well, my frozen friend, if we say it backwards or somehow, we have experience with that working to neutralize an entity, as we found out back in that place.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I thought they said the instructions on how to put it back are in the book that they left at the house.
Oh, okay. Because otherwise, what's opposite of green flame? To reverse it, red flame?
You have a point, I think, but I'm not sure.
Imagine that this conversation is happening as you're walking back to the society from the Miskatonic University.
You like stop mid conversation, get a hot dog. The vendor is very confused by the things that we're discussing. We don't stop.
Actually, kind of like that as a scene.
Right, it leaves the vendor just like, what in the world? He has to roll his first sanity check. I mean, it's...
Yeah, were you talking to me? I don't know nothing about some kind of powder. Do you want a hot dog or not?
I don't know. I
Yes.
didn't like much what
Like,
Germans
we got
were doing.
mustard, we got relish.
But I like what they do to their meats.
How big are these hot dogs?
What's that?
So how big are these hot dogs?
They're like
Standard.
Nathan's sized.
Brick orders 5.
I was gonna say at least 3.
Brett's about to put
Stacks
this
them
guy's kids through college.
Yeah, geez, that boy can put some hot dogs down.
He can put lots of things down if they upset him.
The hot
Hey,
vendor rolls yet another sanity check.
I got no doubts about that. And then he thinks to himself, "Was that some kind of weird threat? What did I do today?"
In the meantime, Anton just looks totally pleased with himself, like not a care. This was just normal conversation. Totally oblivious to the way it could be taken or interpreted.
Just casual banter among friends.
The vendor is very much intimidated by Anton's unmoving stare. Just intimidated by the mad dogging look he's giving him.
Yeah. That's. I don't know why you got to carry that giant ass wrench everywhere, but okay.
It's a very useful wrench.
I guess.
Man, I want
Bring
my
it over.
character to blink on screen. That just is freaking me out.
So, some ideas. Right, you could try and continue to investigate the relatives or any other details about any of the other men in that group. Again, that would take time. especially considering that there were 6 of them in total. There's also the gear acquisition that Larson was just talking about. And again, there's the house itself, which you haven't been to yet. Yeah.
I feel like probably we need to go to the house at this point. I don't know how else to
Same.
prepare.
Well, maybe
I
pick
was,
up the easy supplies first, just to be sure.
Get some holy water.
And then,
Yeah, I mean, it just so happens that, insofar as black tapers are concerned and holy water, both of those happen to be something that Colonel Critchlow has at the Society as part of his odd collections of weird things, of the weird and strange. So he just happens to have both of those. So, if we cut to, we're back at the SEA for a moment before you go out shopping. I don't know if I want to go back and do Danger Mouse's boss's voice again, but oh, boys, yeah, you're back. Excellent. What do you need these black candles for?
Birthday.
Birthday cake.
Oh, you can't pull that on me. I know these are used for occult things such as seances. Are you boys going to do a seance? Because please don't do it within the confines of this building.
We're not, and we won't.
Let's see. Holy water, okay. We've got... There's a little vial of holy water. Is there anything else?
Do you happen to know it would turn flames green? It's some sort of mineral? Like,
I was looking over the journal again, and the powder had a name. They called it the dust of the Ibn Ghazi. That might give us some clues to the composition of the powder if we could find any reference to such thing.
Dust of Ibn Ghazi. I mean, I know the name, but I can't say I know what the dust of Ibn Ghazi is. So unfortunately, I can't help you there. But turning fire into something green, perhaps, some sort of copper-based chemical, perhaps.
yeah, as a player, I knew what it was. As a character, I have no idea.
So it's copper?
Yeah, copper, I think, boron? See that? I only know that a friend of mine has a bunch of these pouches that you throw in like a campfire, and it makes it like crazy colors.
Oh, yep.
You can actually buy like the logs of wood. It's just one log and wrapped in paper, and you can get them. Duraflame, I think they're called. You can
Yes.
actually get them so that they make different colors.
Oh, fun.
Okay.
So, like, they make a tripping balls version of the
Yeah.
fire logs?
Pretty much, yeah.
I mean...
It's like everybody
No, I
can
said
see the
what
shit
I
screen,
said what
right?
I said. You're all seeing this, right?
So you've got candles. You've got. Actually, somebody
Some
go
chalk?
ahead and roll me a d6. And if it's anything less than 2, or if it's a 1, re-roll it. You have 4 black taper candles.
Okay.
Sweet.
Don't have chalk, but you can get that down at the general store, I'm sure.
All right. things we might need.
Shotgun.
Well, we don't keep any ordnance here. I mean, the elephant gun out front is mostly for decoration anyway. I don't
We
think
have
it
rifle.
fires anybody.
I will bring.
I'm a little confused, though. I understand some of the strange things you guys have seen, but black candles, holy water, and rifles.
We like to cover all bases.
Well, Karen,
Oh, I
we
should say
think
that's gonna-
we think we may have to recreate a spell, like summon an entity, but hopefully reverse it to bring the entity back to wherever it came from.
What kind of birthday celebration is that? That sounds exciting.
Kids party.
Oh.
Uh,
Who you gonna call? He-Man.
All the while slime was under the building.
Well, as you know, if there's anything else you might need, I might be able to help you. But like I said, any kind of weaponry, just don't happen to have any. But you know, you could always purchase some. Although it looks like some of you are already carrying some with you.
In fact, I'm going to take a moment to clean and oil my 2 handguns, making sure they're in good functioning order, making sure I got my ammo squared away. And I'm going to be bringing a flashlight,
There it is.
flask of scotch,
Yeah, I was thinking that too.
lockpicks, a wristwatch, a trench lighter, and rope. I don't think I'm going to need my food rations or the gun oil after I clean the guns here. I guess I'll bring it anyway.
Crowbar.
I need to soak something with oil.
Crowbar.
I'm gonna bring my tools.
5 days iron rations, 10-foot pole.
1 tent for each of us.
10 torches, flint and tinder.
Excellent.
Common clothes. Ball bearings.
1 set fine clothes. Part of my backstory, guys. I'm from a disgraced noble house, trying to restore honor to our name.
Orphaned.
You will bring honor to us all.
Well, looks like we're set.
All right. We got the group's jalopy out front. Actually, it's not a jalopy. It's a decent car.
Yeah, we taking.
Actually,
I was like, haven't we established that we generally ride in style?
yeah. Actually, you have 2 cars, right? Because
Yeah.
I think Brick,
Shane?
not Brick. Larson has a nice car, but doesn't seat as many, and Hampton has the car. It's like the 1920s SUV.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's like that version of the VW minibus.
I don't remember what it was called. Doctor, could we avail you for a ride to this Corners place, this Ross's Corners?
Yeah, I don't see any problem with that. When do you guys wish to depart?
No time like the present.
All right, we'll get her fueled up and get everyone assembled, and we'll be on our way.
According to Hampton's character sheet, is a Packard Twin 6 Touring.
That's it.
Right on.
I mean, I suppose if Larson wants to bring his car too, he can.
Nah, it's just easier with 1 car.
All right. Should I assume that everybody's got pretty much the weapons as stated on your character sheets?
Should we get?
Yes.
Yeah.
Somebody asked for a shotgun, right? So maybe we should pick
I
one of those
did.
up.
Yes, I'm also in favor of giving Brick a shotgun.
I think we could mount a couple guns on him.
One step closer to him being Doom guy is what I was gonna say, but yes.
He's got a shotgun and a double-barreled shotgun and a Gatling gun and a BFG and a chainsaw.
The
And he just,
Gatling
like,
gun is
rubber
actually
bands
just
them to
several
his back
shotguns chained
somehow.
together.
Just a
And
Gatling
weird-
gun.
And weirdly enough, so is the chainsaw. It's like 100 shotguns just spinning around quickly. Completely useless.
Bang, 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 bang.
You never know which direction it's shooting in.
It's deadly for everyone involved.
Right. Roll D100 on a 90 or less, you shoot everybody.
World's fastest murder suicide. You just use that thing.
All right, Ross's Corners is to the west of Arkham. It takes a little bit of time to get there. Not too far. I mean, we'll call it, say, 2-ish hours with this kind of car on the kind of roads that existed at the time. Maybe not 2 hours, maybe an hour and a half. And are you on your way?
I think so.
Oh, and yes, you were able to pick up a shotgun and
Get slugs, not just shells. I don't know if it makes a difference game wise, but
yeah, I don't know if the game actually differentiates.
I'm not
between the
going fishing.
You slug quite well unarmed.
So I think, let me see, can probably. I'm sure there's a way to add gear to your character sheet, Bob.
I'm working on it.
Okay.
It's just finding it. It lists everything. So I'm looking for it in the list.
I know there's a way to search at the top.
Yeah, and it was useless.
Oh, was it useless? Okay.
Yeah, because I put in for the gun and just showed me the ammo. I'm like, hey, thanks. I know.
I need to step away for a
Well, if
second.
okay. If we need to just sort of write it, essentially, we'll know what you've got.
Scribble it in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I figured it's an the 97, which is what we would use in the war.
That's. I doubt they would have that in the store,
Winch-
but I don't know.
Winchester.
Would they?
Yeah, it's a Winchester. It's a standard Winchester shotgun for the time period.
Yeah, I know that the
Yeah,
app
right.
goes kind of specific into what kinds of things, because the rules themselves just kind of say like 12 gauge shotgun, 2 barrels.
Winchester 1897 or something.
Yeah, the Winchester 1897. Yep.
All right, let's see.
That's a 12 gauge, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you have, and that's a single barrel, correct? Pump.
Yeah, it's a pump action. Oh, looks like it came in a 12 and a 16. Not that you'd want it smaller, but 12's good for me.
Oh, sorry.
All right.
Why is my mic pick? Oh. Huh. Sorry about that. Somehow, I don't know. I had it muted, the mic itself muted, but I was still seeing my meter move.
Oh.
So, anybody out there, if I was making
Can
extra
you-
noise, I apologize.
You hear
No, I don't
anything
think-
extra?
What?
I was gonna say I'm not hearing anything.
Yeah, I didn't hear anything. Yeah, the drive out there is fairly uneventful. Like I said, it takes probably about an hour and a half to get to the area of Ross's Corners. The house itself is just outside of Ross's Corners. And to get to it, you'll have to pass directly through the small hamlet. You get there, and it consists of a few tired buildings and homes. You can tell that the prosperity of the local farms has long been in decline. It's so small that no more than 40 people live here. You see a church, a combination general store / post office. There's a gas station and a milk depot that are all sort of around the community's center. The specific road you are looking for is not one you're familiar with. And yeah, you're currently driving through town without a specific indication as to which exact road you need to go to or beyond. You just know to go to and towards Ross's Corners.
Should look it up on the map.
Well, maybe if we stop at the post office or a filling station, they'd have some information for us.
Okay, so what you do?
Pick one of those and stop there.
It has paperwork from a relative, right?
Indeed.
So we can just ask, say, here's what we get, where is what we get? Or you get, you know what I mean.
Yeah, so you pull into the gas station. Small, single pump, old school. You know, there's a guy that comes out. He's wearing pretty dirty clothes, and essentially just what would be a pair of jeans and a work shirt, obviously covered in oil and dirt. And he comes out very classically, cleaning his hands with a small cloth. You guys need a fill up?
Yes, please.
Alrighty.
Say, friend, could you help us out with some directions?
Yeah, you guys look like you're from out of town. Just passing through? Where are you off headed? Where do you need directions for?
I need directions for the place that was mentioned in the documentation.
The farmhouse at Ross's Corners.
Oh, you talking about Merriweather's place? Huh. Well, you're looking for Boone Road. That runs a little bit north out of town. And you just want to take that road. You're going to turn left some 2 miles down. And look for the tree that looks like it was hit by lightning. And then you'll find the place right there. And at that point, another car pulls up. And this one, it's obviously a police car, but it's pretty beat up. Like, it looks like if the car is really only a couple of years old, it looks like it's been through the ringer. Just not well taken care of. Pulls up, and you see a police officer come out. Just about the time when the gas attendant is finished filling up your gas. And he walks over to the car and just kind of puts his elbow right into the window of the car on Hampton's side. Can I help you boys around here? You guys seem lost.
Look like you could use help with car. But I don't want to take from his business.
Yeah. It's had some rough days, but drive it constantly. That's what happens. And you see a couple people who are just kind of walking by on a nearby sidewalk just out front and sort of near the gas station. And you can see them all looking at you, and they kind of do that thing where you can tell they're talking about you, but are also trying not to lock eyes with any of you. And they kind of even speed up their step a little bit and walk away.
No directions needed. This Phil here just told us where we needed to go, officer.
And he kind of stands upright, kind of adjusts his belt a little bit. You can see his little pot belly. And the gas stand, yeah, they're going over to the old Merriweather place. Oh. You guys got some kind of business there?
Well, it appears old Rupert isn't doing so well, so we've been sent in to prepare the estate for eventual sale or whatever the widow decides to do with it. Basically, just trying to check it over, give it an assessment, what the bank might offer for it. That sort of thing. It'd be a pretty thorough and in-depth assessment and evaluation.
Rupert. Is Rupert the guy that lives there?
No, he does not live there, but apparently it is his property, as the contract we have suggests.
Yeah, there ain't been no one living there in years. As a matter of fact, there's been a whole lot of strange going on. There's a pack of wild dogs or something running through the woods right around there. Something's killing off all the animals around there.
Oh, that sounds terrible. Have you tried to put down these wild dogs?
Yeah, trying to find them is the trick. I haven't seen them. I think we hear them every now and then. Oh, did you tell him about Maggie McFurter? Yeah, well, I don't know if these boys need to know about McFurter. Anyway, you boys take it easy. Be careful up there.
You related to Frank?
No, that's McFurter, not Enfurter.
Oh.
You got a funny accent. Where are you from?
Pennsylvania.
That ain't no Pennsylvania accent I've ever heard.
You'll
I
find
also-
it's quite
I
a
also
large
from-
state.
Army Air Corps in Great War.
You can see him kind of give a slight nod of approval. And, the cop, that is. Well, you must have seen some not so nice stuff out there. But listen, don't spend too much time around there. Like I said, doesn't seem like the woods are too safe around those parts.
Okay.
Yeah, and that McFurter lady went disappearing.
That's not so good.
How long ago was that?
That was just last night. Yeah, that's just the thing. We're still working it.
Oh.
How do you know she's actually missing and then just, go to somebody's house?
Don't know. That's a good question. However, small town. Real small town. Smaller than small. And her husband, farmer right down that road over there. Said that she hadn't been back since yesterday. He went out back, or he went outside when it was dark, check on the horses, and he hasn't seen his wife around. And listen, you see anybody around here giving you any funny looks? They're a little bit shy about with strangers around town right now, as you can imagine. And he kind of slaps the door. Says, all right. You take care.
Much obliged.
Okay.
I look
If we
over at
see
Larson.
anything unusual, we'll be sure to tell you.
Yeah, well, you'll find me around here or at the general store.
As soon as he walks away, I look at Larson. It's like, what? Do you just attract cops now? I mean, like everywhere we go, what's going on?
Yeah, fortunate like that. Real lucky.
Called ahead and tipped him off, apparently.
You'd think in such a small town with somebody who had gone missing that the cops would actually be, out looking for them instead of harassing us.
Well,
Oh,
maybe they were making
anyway.
sure we didn't have her.
Town this size, this is out looking.
All right, fellas. That'll be, let's see. That's 17 cents.
That's outrageous.
My
He's a quarter.
gasoline sure is getting high these days.
Oh, you're not kidding.
Yeah, I know. It was only 15 cents last year. Had to bring it up a little bit. All right, boys.
Here's a quarter. Thank you for the information. Keep the change.
Oh, big spender. You literally see him put the quarter to his mouth and take a bite. Ah!
Of course.
And then you see him walk over to what looks like a cooler out front. And he reaches in and he grabs 6 bottles of some sort of soda, uncaps them all on the front of there's a bottle cap opener on the front of the cooler. He brings them all back for you, 3 in a hand. Here you go, boys. That's on the house. Well, actually, he paid for them.
Oh, much obliged.
Thank you kindly.
Thank you.
And then you see him go back, and he cleans under his nails, and you hear him whistling away as he goes back into the garage of the gas station. What do?
Well, first we all drink our soda pops.
Yeah, if it's Coca-Cola, it still has coca leaves extract in it.
Oh, what is? Oh, yeah.
Not cocaine anymore, but the leaves.
Yeah, it's probably very likely Coke. I mean, the soda.
Alcohol.
Cola.
Right.
Do we want to stop in with this farmer first, or do we want to just go right to the house, the farmhouse on Ross's Corners?
Well, if we stop to visit him, we can find out more about his lady. Maybe, like, why the hell is someone poking around that place? Maybe. As far as I know, not much reason for anybody to go to a place that hasn't been lived in. Unless there's something there.
I got an angle. Let's go see this farmer. I'll tell him the truth. I'm a private investigator. I heard about his missing wife. I was passing through. Pro bono. I'll take a look into it.
Except you already told the cop what you were.
Oh, man can have many professions. I know this economy is booming and probably never will fail, but it might be a good idea to diversify.
So if you'd
Write
like,
the books
that-
sometime.
so if you'd like, that farm is not too far. So you could probably even see the edge of it from where you are, and it is in the direction of Boone Road. If anything, you would have had to have driven by it anyway.
It's not too far. Maybe. No, I don't know. Split the party. Never mind.
You can. It's always fun to split the party in Call of Cthulhu.
I was just thinking, how
Who's
would I
fighting
link it
the
back up
dead
with the
guy
group?
team?
Why don't I feel like that's true?
All right, heading over to the McFurter farm.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a dirt road. You get there in no time, and it's very traditional, like the short two boarded wood fence that just was really there to show that it's at the edge of the property. Drive down a long drive, which is really, it's kind of like a continuation or an offshoot off the dirt road. And you see the house out front, very small, with a big barn towards the back. There's a silo attached to it. And you can see some horses in a corral out back, and you can actually see what you suspect to be the farmer currently in the corral with the horses. Looks like he's trying to wrangle them for some reason. As you pull up.
How you doing, sir? Is it Mr. McFurter?
Yeah, what are you fellas doing here?
Well,
You can
we're
see him. He's got a big straw hat. He kind of takes it off, wipes his brow. Looks like he's been outside working. But you could also see that he looks like a guy who hasn't been sleeping. He's got big bags under his eyes.
Well, we're with the SEA, the Soldier Estate. I had this in my head before I said it.
I'm sorry.
We're with the Soldier Estate Assessment. Many of us are veterans of the Great War, and we kind of got together, and we were on our way to evaluate a property when we heard about your missing wife. And one of my other income streams, as it were, is as a private investigator. And if there's anything I could do, pro bono, to help you while I'm here, I'd be happy to do so. Sam Slade.
At the mention of his wife, he doesn't take your hand. At the mention of his wife, he kind of puts both of his hands down on his knees, and he kind of doubles over, takes his hat off, and you can see him and hear him crying.
Oh.
And I don't know how you could have heard about that already. I guess news travels fast in small towns such as ours, but yeah, I don't know what to tell you. She's not home. And I got no reason to think that she left. She's an honest woman.
When was the last time you saw her?
Yesterday, she was supposed to come out back here just at dusk to make sure that we do it every day. Check and make sure that the horses are fed for the night and make sure that the corral is closed up. And she never came back into the house. I came outside to check on her, see if there's anything she needed. Didn't see her out here. Not in the barn. That's it.
Did you notice anything missing from her personal effects?
No. Honestly, I didn't give too much of a look for anything missing, but haven't noticed anything out of place in the house or in the barn or nothing.
Well, it hasn't even been 24 hours yet. what makes you so worried that it's a serious situation?
She ain't ever done this before.
About how old is Mrs. McFurda?
You can tell he's probably in his late 40s. And he says, 47.
Where was she going when you last saw her?
She was supposed to be coming out here to check on the horses. Now, word is there's been some wild dogs running around these woods out there. And he kind of points beyond the edge of his property. You can see there's an obvious delineation between where his farm ends and where there's some trees. So, I don't know. All I can think is maybe they got her. But look around. I don't see nothing. I don't see any blood or nothing.
Well, if that's all right with you, I wouldn't mind having a look around with my associates. We do have some experience in these matters.
And go ahead and if you give me a charm roll.
Oh, come on. Boo.
Earns. Listen, I know you mean well, but I don't. I'm not real comfortable with that right now.
Understandable.
We'll be right up street if you need help or have question.
Well,
Was she wearing
all
anything distinctive the last time you saw her?
Yeah.
What was she wearing?
distinctive?
Well,
Yeah, what she
what was
looks
she wearing?
like so we know if we see her. Or
Well, she's not a dress kind of gal, but she was wearing sort of like a pair of pants like I've got on, pair of like work pants, and she was wearing a floral shirt and sort of almost like a short apron that she just wears to try to keep her shirt from getting dirty when she's out here.
very progressive.
Yeah, just makes sense in my book.
Very good.
And you can tell he's broken up over this, even though I'm not acting it. He's crying. He's definitely pausing in between some of his words to wipe away his tears or wipe away some snot.
Well, sir, I surely did not mean to offend you, sir. I only wish to offer my expertise. If you change your mind, as my associate Anton said, we'll be up at the Merriweather house, doing a state assessment.
All right. Thanks.
I hope you have a better day, sir.
And you see him go back towards the horses and walks over to one of his horses and literally puts his arms around the neck of one of them, and you can see him burying his face into the mane of the horse as you guys walk away.
Well, that went splendidly. I don't feel like underside of a rock or anything.
That's good. You should not feel like rock. Rock don't feel.
Right you are, Anton.
What next?
Merriweather?
Rock is an island.
You guys want to go to the
But
Merriweather estate then, the farm?
Yeah, I mean, if anything having to do with that place has got something to do with her, the sooner we show up, the better.
We're all kind of on the same page with the wild dogs. It's probably not wild dogs. It's probably whatever they summoned, right?
I mean, it would be.
Yeah, I mean,
A hell of
Whenever
a
the weird,
coincidence.
unexplained things start happening,
Yes.
you come up with something logical. I know I have for God knows how long till recently.
Right to the farm.
Yeah.
Interesting choice of words. Hell of item thing. Yes.
So, the old farmhouse, because the Merriweather house is another farmhouse, sits back away from Boone Road down an overgrown path. You note the old dead tree blackened by a lightning strike from years ago, which marks the turnoff for the path and the farmhouse. The farmhouse becomes visible after traveling along the path through the trees. The road is a wide, weed-grown gravel track leading to the house and to the remains of a large barn. The house is an 18th century salt box design, very simple, with a high-peaked roof and windows flanked by sagging shutters. Most of the windows you can see from your perspective are broken. The ones that are still intact are filthy and resemble frosted glass from all the dirt and dust that's caked on them. It is, for the most part, a single-story structure. You can see that there is a windowed attic overhead. The roof is a little bowed, but all the shingles are intact. And the whole place exudes a strange and unsettling atmosphere. There's no bird song in the trees. You just hear the sound of the branches swaying in the breeze. You kind of get the sense that the house has been waiting for many years.
Ah, nice place. Nothing a can of paint and a can of gasoline couldn't fix.
Let's see.
I'm not sure you're going to get much on resale value, Brick.
We're just here to stop it.
Is that something written on it? Or is that just rando? Yeah, there's like, there looks like there's markings on it.
Yeah, so from your perspective, where you are, after, like I said, after passing the dead tree, taking the path, and you're parked right in front of the house, you a single entrance from where you can see, right in the front. Sort of in the right front of the house. There's also a water well near the right front of the house, right by the entrance. What you can also see behind it is a large barn that looks like it's in rough shape. Most of the open ground is covered in wildflowers. There's a dense patch of these right in front of the house where there used to be a vegetable garden, or at least what looks like a vegetable garden. But the flowers and the weeds have kind of spread across the area. If someone can give me or anybody can give me a spot hidden.
Maybe all?
Sure. It's really funny. The background makes the text really hard to read.
God damn it.
Brick. Oh.
Mm-hmm.
And Granville.
Mine was
So-
stealth instead of spot hidden.
Did you?
Yeah.
No, it did both. That's weird. But I failed miserably. Nice.
So where there is grass, it's at least knee-high, tall grass. And in some of that tall grass, both Granville and Brick, maybe because you're walking near each other, you spot what looks like a recently dead raccoon. This thing is huge. It's just this big, like the fattest raccoon you've ever seen.
Does he have any guns on him?
Say again?
Does he have any guns on him?
Yes, you guys have everything you said you brought with you.
No.
Does he?
Raccoon.
Oh, of course he does. He's got 2 chainsaws and a Gatling gun. He's our
Cybernetics on the back.
I knew it.
Yes. No, but it is a dead raccoon, and you can see blood. And this is how you can tell it's recently dead. You can see blood from underneath it, also on the ground next to it. It's not obvious how it died. Well, I mean, unless somebody wants to do some sort of like medicine check or natural world, something like that.
Don't ask me to do either of those.
What does it appear to be killed
First
by?
aid.
Say that again, Chris.
What can we tell what killed it, or is that something the check would tell us?
Check could probably tell you that.
Would first aid allow me to help understand that?
This is probably more a biology, medicine, or natural world check.
I
Okay.
have 1 in medicine.
Я не знаю. I don't know.
I could probably try a medicine check.
Hey.
Yeah.
Yeah, as Hampton, you check it over. You have to flip it over onto its back. And this thing weighs probably close to 30 pounds. Like, that's how big this thing is. And you can see that the breast of it is stained with clotted blood. And there's a large hole that's been bored into its chest. You can tell that the ribs were wrenched apart. And that its heart is missing. And it looks like it's been very neatly scooped out. You immediately think that maybe something like a fox could do something like that, but you know, after everything you've seen, you'd think better of that. The edges of the wound are a little bit too smooth. But yeah, that's what you found.
Yeah, this is definitely done on purpose. Yeah, if it was some animal or something like that, the wounds here would be all jagged. This is fairly precise. This is yeah, definitely. And my God, the size of this thing to begin with, Jesus.
And from the house, there's a trail that leads to what you can see is a small privy, still standing and intact among the trees. There's a decaying barn, like I said, standing behind the house. And next to that, there's a collapsed lean-to, and you can see that there's bundles of firewood underneath it. The logs are still there. Yeah, and then there's a water well made from large stones standing near the house towards the front door. And
How
Yeah,
how
that's
fresh is the
interesting.
firewood? Is it like fresh cut, or is it all old and gray and moldy?
I was gonna say really aged and weathered.
so I assume you're checking it out.
Yeah.
The logs are damp and look like they've been there for quite some time,
Okay.
and exposed to the weather from the collapsed lean-to. If you did want to use them for whatever reason, you would need to dry them out somehow.
I was just trying to figure out if somebody was using firewood.
You can also see the remains of a porch swing at the edge of the trees. The chains have long since been broken. The chains themselves, you can hear swinging lightly in the breeze, making a creaking metallic sound every time the wind picks up a little bit. The swing itself is on the ground with weeds growing through its spaces. The wood itself is rotted. And over the lintels, or on the lintels over all the doors and windows, are carved symbols of a strange nature, as you notice, Chris. If someone could give me an occult roll.
Dr. Professor? Oh, Anton? Anybody? I guess.
Yeah, anybody can. Anybody who's looking at the house, which is probably everybody.
Hey, I'll roll a little occult about it.
I had no shot.
Yeah.
Granville, you recognize them, even if you don't know exactly what they are, but you definitely recognize them and their use. Symbols of power used to ward against otherworldly spirits. A good defense for the house, in your opinion, so long as they're left in place.
Okay.
And by the way, I think I described the attic as having a window. It does not. I totally read windowless as windowed. So sorry.
I feel like I've been deceived and lied to.
I know.
Right.
I know.
This-
My
This
apologies.
upends my entire mental image of the scene
And you-
before me.
I can't even stand your own existence. Roll sanity. Yeah. There's a single door at the front from where you can see. You can't see the back of the house. You haven't been there yet, but
Who do you think put the symbols on this place? Somebody knows something enough occult to know to do this.
My initial gut reaction would be to think maybe this was a part of their ritual that they conducted here all them years ago.
Is
Is
it
it
what-
skill to kind of like
I was also
Check
having a
against the
similar
hull,
feeling, Larson.
carvings were?
I'm gonna try to take a closer look to see if they're like the carvings have been like really weathered over the years. 'Cause if it's 1923
Yeah,
and
I
they were
wanna
put
do
in there in
the-
1877, they'd probably be. maybe
I wanna
weathered.
do
yeah, this
something
doesn't
similar.
take much. Yep, this doesn't require a roll or anything because you can tell it's pretty obvious that as you get closer to the house and get a better look at them, they definitely look like they've been put there a long time ago. You know, how long ago precisely, that's anybody's guess. But yeah, the edges of the carvings are definitely worn down from weathering.
Well, entrez-vous, s'il vous plaît. Brick, I do
Is
believe
that
it's your home.
Pennsylvania
So.
too?
No, that I learned that from the dames over in France, over at Union College.
Oh, the dames in France. Rick, you opening the door? You've got the deed and the key, I believe.
Yeah, I suppose.
Yeah, the key unlocks the door without any trouble. Outside of the door, there is a small oil lamp hanging from the wall beside it. However, it's lacking any oil, and you can see that whatever remains of the wick is no longer useful. The rusty hinges squeal in protest, but it does open. So I guess Brick is the only marching order I need is who's first, and I guess that's Brick. Stepping through the front door of the farmhouse, the front room is dirty and long untouched. Immediately, a foul odor assaults your senses. It smells awful. Dust lies thickly on the furniture and empty shelves. Dead leaves and detritus cover the floor. There's an iron stove resting against a wall. There's a ventilation pipe still connected to the outside, to the stove. There's a round table with chairs near the stove. The wooden floor is warped and stained, and you can tell it's obviously from the result of water leaking through the roof and the ceiling. Rot has eaten away at a table, as well as an old couch and a matching wing chair. And maybe that's the source of the smell. There is a sort of a doorway without a door itself leading to another room. And near the entrance to that other room is a narrow opening in the floor, revealing a steep flight of steps leading down to what you think is a cellar. As a matter of fact, if you click on the strategy map button, don't worry about the grid. You can turn the grid off if it helps you, because it wasn't made to be matched to the grid. You may have to zoom out. You'll see on that map there is the house proper to the bottom. The path you took to get there goes to the left and curves towards that old dead tree. You can also see the water well that was near the entrance. Also on the picture, you can see in the back the barn and the privy. Yeah. Brick, you are currently standing about 3 feet into the house.
Is that map pretty accurate? Like there's a bedroll or a bed or...
Well, no one's entered it yet, so I probably should have blacked it out, but...
Where's the entrance? Sorry, I just got back.
That's okay. If you're looking at the map, it's the southeast corner of the house itself. Yep.
There? Okay.
And you can see in the room you're in, stairs going down to is obviously the cellar, and all the furniture is molded and rotten. There is a furnace behind the one chair to say on the eastern wall. Not a furnace, a wood stove, sorry.
Rick, you want to go on through, or you worried the floor is going to break underneath your weight? Because frankly, so am I.
Yeah, I guess I'll go in here.
I'll follow him in. Turn my flashlight on. Oh, no, the battery's dead.
There it goes. Yeah, I mean, it is I would say at this point, it's probably mid to late afternoon. So it's not, even though the picture of the map looks dark, it's not dark out just yet. But the inside of the house is dark enough that it does require you guys to use some sort of light source. There's just not a whole lot coming through, and what is coming through are coming through broken windows, because the windows that are still standing are pretty frosted over.
With grime, I assume.
Yeah.
I would like to check
Everybody inside. Yep, go ahead.
I'd like to check out the stove to see, like, I assume if it is like a really old stove that hasn't been used in a long time, the flue, the pipe is probably jammed up with probably bird nests or mouse stuff. Mouse house stuff. Make sure. Basically, I'm checking to see has it been used lately, or does it look like it's been, as old as it should be, old and unused as it should be.
Yeah, no, it looks like it definitely has signs that it hasn't even been touched in years. Everybody inside the room, if you could give me a listen check, please.
Okay.
try.
Oh, sure, this is the one I do good at.
So Anton and Granville,
Hmm?
the two of you can hear a quiet scuffling or maybe some kind of scurrying noise coming from under the floor.
Is noise under floor like scuffle, word. Ja, nie panie moje. Is scritchy scritch.
Scritchy scritch. A scuttling sound?
Sure.
Nothing good scuttles.
Sinking ship get scuttled?
That's not good for the ship.
Or
Point.
the people.
Point.
Also, entirely different meaning of the word.
Point.
So, what's everybody doing?
I'm probably gonna get my knife ready since we're hearing some noises.
Yeah, I'm gonna get my
Is there
pistol
any
out.
chance I can use my tools to tape my flashlight onto my rifle?
Do you have tape?
I said I brought my tool bag.
Yeah, but this tape exists that way.
I don't even know what kind of adhesive tape would have existed back then. That's a really good question. I'm sure it did, right?
Man,
Yeah.
stuff you take for granted, right?
Yeah. Interestingly enough, surgical adhesive tape was invented in 1845, but a guy at 3M invented masking tape in 1925. Cellophane tape, 1930. And apparently there's a whole website dedicated to it that I'm not going to click on. So I would say
Oh,
you could
wonderful world
probably...
of tape.
Yeah, you could probably do it because you could probably have some sort of twine
Okay.
inside your work bag. So,
Wire.
yeah.
Yeah.
Or wire. You probably have something else that you can
Yeah.
attach it to. Yes. So, yes, I will say you can do so. That'll take you a minute or two. What's everybody
I
else
imagine
doing?
wire would be more secure than twine.
Yeah. Wire.
I'm going to stand near the stairs with my flashlight and gun out, just in case whatever's scuttling wants to come up and say hi in an unfriendly manner.
Yeah. Granville's gonna check the ammunition in his firearm and question the life decisions that have brought him to this point.
All right. So, Slade and Granville are by the top of the stairs going down. Anton is currently working on his gun flashlight contraption. Larson, Brick, and Hampton, what are you three doing?
Staying out of the line of fire. But with my 45.
Yeah. Don't get too trigger happy. As far as we know, that one lady might be around here.
Does it smell like death in here? Or is it just the rot of the furniture?
You suspect it's the rot of the furniture. It doesn't smell like death, but it definitely smells like decay.
I'm gonna go ahead and kind of head into the main room so I can get a look and see if what all's in here.
All right. Brick and Hampton, what are you two doing?
Yeah, I'm gonna go to the room. Try and go
Say I
around
walk.
it.
Both you guys are with Larson? Is that what I'm
Yeah.
taking?
Sure.
Okay. Slade and Granville, you shine your flashlight down and into down the stairs, and you don't see anything. I mean, you see what is obviously the floor of a cellar, but that's all you can see. You don't see whatever is making that sound. And Larson, since you're the first going to the back room, you can see that there's a comfortable armchair in one corner, and there's a table that stands against a wall beneath the rear window. There's an old walking stick on top of that table, and there's a fireplace, a huge fireplace made of gray stone. There's another door. You can see that it leads into the direction of the barn and the collapsed lean-to. In the ceiling overhead, you see a trapdoor. There's a wooden frame around the trapdoor that is decorated with the same sort of occult carvings that you saw over the doors and windows of the house.
Oh, shit.
All the three of you that are back there, give me a spot hidden, please. Larson, you can see a set of muddy boot prints on the floor. They go into the house, or into the room proper. You can actually see it right on the map, actually. Come into the house and sort of disappear as the mud seems to wear off the shoes. In the fireplace, you also see the embers of what seems like a recent fire. You think possibly lit within the last day or so. There's also a thick blanket tossed beside the fireplace, like a bedroll. There's an empty can of Campbell's pork and beans nearby on the floor. There's also a dirty tin spoon sticking in the can. Brick, you actually recognize the tin spoon. It looks like surplus from the Great War. Traces of the sauce in the can are still liquid, look relatively fresh. Anything you guys want to look at in particular here? So there's... Sorry, yes?
I was just gonna be, hey guys, I think we got a squatter who's been using this building here.
Well, that's interesting.
Put around all the things. First thing I think I want to investigate is maybe the shoes. Or the shoe prints. Are these like big boot footprints or like casual small shoes or
Dainty footprints.
If anything, they're
Yeah.
about the same size as your boots.
any sign of the summoning circle or whatever in the middle?
No.
No weird candle wax suddenly sticking around in some weird part of the fort?
No weird candle wax. No summoning circle. There is some more stuff on the table. That's against the back wall. Okay. Rick, Hampton? While Larson's
Yeah,
checking
that
out the other
table.
stuff. You look at the table. So apart from the walking stick that's on the table, and this doesn't require a roll, apart from the walking stick on the table, you see a large piece of worn and wrinkled fabric laid out on the table itself. And on top of the fabric is a half full penny box of wooden matches, a small piece of soap, a tin cup, a screwdriver, can opener, a jackknife, and the stub of a candle.
Black candle or a standard everyday candle?
White, actually.
I don't really want to go rooting
And-
around somebody's stuff, so.
Yeah, why don't the three of you go ahead and give me an intelligence check? Yeah, so all three of you recognize that this is an unwrapped bindle. If you can imagine kind of the old school, like someone running away from home with the stick, with the bindle attached to it, carrying their belongings. I mean, there's a walking stick, there's the bindle, there's the belongings on top of the bindle unwrapped.
Plus that
And
goes with
go
the
ahead.
pork and beans there in the bedroll. And, yeah.
At this point, I'll cut back to Granville and Anton and Sam, although Sam has stepped away, so maybe we can wait a sec.
So I'm going to step away just for a quick second, too.
Okay, while we're doing that, Larson and Brick, if you guys can also give me listen checks.
Okay.
No, you're nothing.
Ah, yes. I forgot that I've packed my ears full of cotton.
Just from walking
As a
around,
precautionary measure.
just from walking around the back room, like your footfalls are just making some noise. So, if you want to clue in Sam as to what you found.
What'd you find?
Some muddy footprints, recently eaten can of pork and beans, some embers, probably about a day ago in the fireplace. Got a bedroll, and based on what we're finding here on the table, we got a squatter around here somewhere, and he's probably just using this place as a makeshift home.
You said he, not ladylike footprints then?
I'm not going to judge anybody's choice of footwear, but not far off of my own shoes.
I have a curiosity based on the fact that you said the spoon looked like a Tin Army spoon. I mean, I should I get that information too. I'd like to examine the footprints to see if they look like old army boots.
Yeah, just based on your background and Brick's as well. That's in fact exactly what they look like. You recognize the print left with the mud as not being any regular shoe that someone would wear, but they definitely look like something that would have been regulation.
Probably a transient of some sort. Still wearing army surplus. So what? Or the God forbid the equipment they left the service with.
Yeah, and just as a list of what Brick found on the table, I'll read it to you as well. So next to the walking cane, there's a bindle, an unwrapped fabric, and on top of it are a half-full penny box of wooden matches, a small piece of soap, a tin cup, a screwdriver, a can opener, a jackknife, and the stub of a small white candle.
I don't think I got. There's a walking cane, matches, soap, cup, jackknife, candle stub.
And a screwdriver. Can opener. Yep. No, you got everything. There you go. What's the next step?
Hey there. If you're here, we don't mean you no harm. We're just here to check out the house. Why don't you come on out and show yourself and put everyone else at ease?
You don't hear anything except for maybe the creaking of the metal chains from where the front porch swing used to be.
If somebody was in here and they heard us coming, and they didn't hide, and they hid in the house, it would either be in the basement or the attic. Or if they left the house, it's either what remains of the barn or the privy. Do we want to check the attic?
I don't think we should touch that attic, because that's where the thing went.
Say that again.
The attic is where the thing went after they summoned it. I don't think we should go to the attic.
That last place.
Yeah, it does have one of them seals, whatever writing on it.
Does the trapdoor look like it's been moved recently?
Honestly, without getting up to it, you can't tell. And it's a very tall ceiling. Like, you would need some assistance to get up to the ceiling. I mean, you could get.
Or just have Brick look at it.
I am also very tall.
Even at Brick's height, but Brick could probably lift someone up to look.
Uppies. I don't know if it should be me or it should be Granville to check the occult symbols. Are we looking for physical evidence or occult evidence? I've been rolling like crap anyway, so it could be anybody. All right, I'll look.
I'll shine the flashlight that's now attached to my rifle.
I got my own, and I'd rather not have your rifle pointed at me. No offense.
Hand is nowhere near trigger, but see, I can hold up real nice and high for you. As I pantomime, realizing that the camera is off.
And yet we do it anyway, right?
Yeah, 100%.
All right, I'm not going to make you guys roll for anything, but Brick, yeah, with Sam's permission, you lift him up, like the scene from that movie, Dirty Dancing.
Dirty Dancing, yeah, thanks.
Sam, you are up by the ceiling, and you are face to face with the trapdoor, and no, in fact, it does not look like it has been opened in a while. And without having to do an occult roll, you do recognize that a lot of the shapes match the ones that were on the outside of the house. That is, the shapes that are written around the trapdoor, the frame of the trapdoor.
Okay.
Anything
Well,
else?
whoever was here lit a fire. We should probably light a fire. Start this ritual. Fire in the fireplace would probably light up the room rather nice.
I was going to say, before doing any kind of ritual, we'd kind of have to find the book and whatnot on
Mm-hmm.
how to do said ritual.
Oh, joy, we're going into a basement in a spooky old house. What could possibly go wrong?
Nothing.
Yeah, there's no precedent for that ever going wrong for us.
Yes, I feel completely safe right now. Cozy, even.
Okay, I go first.
I go towards the back because I'm still hurt from the last adventure. Investigation.
Yeah, I will put. That's right. Just in vague marching order, we've got Anton first, Slade pulling up the rear. Who's.
I'll go second.
You know what? Okay, I'll be just behind Brick.
All right. So we've
Alright,
got
so I guess I'll
Anton,
take
Brick,
I feel very safe in your presence, Brick.
Anton, Brick, Granville, Shane, Anton, and then, or I'm sorry, Hampton, and then Slade.
I have split personality.
Yeah, you're going twice somehow.
As I get to the top of the stairs, I call out, "Okay, Mr. Downstairs, we coming down. There's lots of us. We just want you to say hi, and then we will maybe talk with you. Okay, we coming down."
The shotgun
Anton,
is in my hands.
The rifle's in my hand with the light pointing the way down.
Yeah, I got my pistol, my 1911.
All right, these are good facts to know. Anton, as you take that first step, you feel the step itself. And this is just a simple wooden board. You can kind of feel it bow under the weight of your foot and creak, but it's stable enough. You
Oh,
continue.
shit. Maybe give space between you and me, Breek. Not step on same step at same time.
Mm-hmm.
They not as strong as maybe look could be.
All right. Good idea. You take the next step. Again, that bows, creaks. The next step, groans. The next step, the same. The next step, roll a spot and hidden, please.
Fuck.
As you get to the bottom of what is obviously a dirt floor, you take one step, and before you know it, something strikes you right in the side of your head. You take 3 points of damage. This is
Damn.
immediate, without reaction. This is a surprise hit.
Fuck.
And in D&D, we would roll initiative. We are going to go ahead and... Don't have to roll initiative. Let's see here. Let's do this.
It is 10 o'clock. Is this something we want to pick up next time?
Sure. Let me go ahead and share this one thing.
Okay.
It's really not too much. It's in as a handout instead of like a tactical map. Oops, shoot. Sorry. Give me one sec here, and then... Oh boy, what did I just do? Okay, so you get to the bottom step. You find yourself on the dirt floor with your feet planted on the dirt floor when something strikes you on the side of the head. Again, taking 3 points of damage. And obviously not enough to, down you or knock you out or anything. But you see, standing towards the side of the stairs that you didn't notice before, is a man who looks disheveled. He's got a scraggy beard, scraggly hair, and his features just look all weathered. And you see him look at all of you, and he's holding in his hand, you can't tell what it is, but it's something wooden and large. And you can hear him going, "No! No! Get out of here!" And then real quick, if you guys can tell me what you'd like to do.
I'm so tempted to.
Tempted
We're
to
in a
what?
confined
Tempted to what?
area. I'm so tempted to just pull the frickin' trigger, but we're in a confined area.
Just give me an idea of what you want to do, because we're not going to act on it just because it is 10:03 at this point. So,
Yeah, I mean,
what
in all
would
honesty,
you react?
it's either gonna be, considering he just got clocked upside the head, he's either gonna be pulling the trigger or swinging it like a pole
Butting.
axe, and yeah.
Give him. Butt stroke him, which is a funny word to say.
Right?
It really kind of is.
I would move to words, of course. I would be like, "Hey, we all got guns. Why don't you put down whatever that is? We're not here to hurt you."
Well, he already hit me, and I don't think Anton's really
Oh,
gonna
no,
take
Anton-
that as well.
Yeah, no, you go ahead and put him on his ass, but let's not kill him.
Yeah, you can see that there's just pure rage in his eyes. He's like, "No, get out!" And he reaches back and he starts, and you can see him about to swing with this wooden thing in his hand.
My brother in Christ, you are about to wear your outsides on the, or the insides on the outsides if you don't knock it off.
And we'll continue from there next time.
All right.
So thank you, everybody. Mostly investigation. That's always interesting. I like to see how you guys think. But yeah, we'll continue on next week for part 3 of Edge of Darkness. And I'll hand it back over to you, Chris.
Okay. Awesome. Can't wait to see how this plays out next time. We should be back here, right, next Wednesday, guys? No one else has any conflicting plans that we know of?
I may even have a working camera.
Well, that'll be... All right, so we'll see part 3 will be Wednesday. This Sunday on the Odd Lot YouTube channel and Twitch channel. Yeah, both of those. We should have more of the death race that's happening in Kingdom of Steam, the death race in Hell. We got off to an incredible lead. We'll see if we can keep it up. and win the race or survive it anyway. And then Monday, hopefully, we're back with more Pathfinder 2E, Fortune's Fools, our seafaring adventure. We just had a major development where we kind of took over another boat. So things are getting interesting there. And like we said, we'll be back here next Wednesday with more Call of Cthulhu, The Edge of Darkness. Thanks for stopping in, guys. Thanks for playing, and we'll see everybody next time. Goodbye.